different link than the one you guys have, and I now should be live. So, out of curiosity, what you should see on screen is a preview window. Well, do you have access to the stream right now? Or do I need to send you it? Okay, I'm about. Which that would be that. Okay, so if I come to this live stream. Okay, so that's not it. So how do I get? Okay, I don't need that. I don't need that private browser. I need this one, live streaming. Where do I get? Like it says this is my URL, but that's not right. So if I come back to manage, I go to here, get shareable link. There we go. Okay. I don't have a shareable link. I just had my link that they were sending to them. So now, wedding test 2. Okay, and I can definitely see that delay, but that's working. So let me email this to you and Brian. Let me go back to the tuxes and just reply again. Here is the new stream. Alright. So I guess there's no way for me without people already following me to do it. If you have to pick it back up, they have to do that. Okay, I have good connection, which is probably my bad. Or my internet. Stream health. This is useless. Yeah. Can I not? Which you should have gotten. It should have sent. It's on the Tux email. Okay, now I'm able to watch it. So if I do this, oh boy. Well, it does. This does what I need it to do. It's really weird watching myself do things with this delay. Oh, is he in? Well, I see 3 watching, so let's see. Seriously? So I just sent him a chat message. Okay, and it looks like... Okay, so this way I can't see chat natively. We'd have to have the stream open on another channel. Okay, Brian's here. And Brian's able to chat. You see my OBS, seeing OBS, seeing OBS. I can sort of hear you, yeah. You can find it? Okay. That's good to know. Yeah, that's what I'll do for sure for that one. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to give Dad some OBS pointers. Alright, so I don't know how much of this I can change while I'm streaming, but I do know when it says you're missing a source. So in the bottom left, this is your scene section, and you'll have to add one, and I already had one, but that's scene 2. And then we'll go in here and we go to sources, which is right here. I just pointed at my screen like you can see me. Is it not directly right to the right of it? And then add, and then you can do whichever one you want. We'll just be doing display capture, create new, or I can do add existing. In this case, we'll do create new. I'm just going to add my current existing one. If I hit OK. Oh, it went black because there's no source right now. There we go. So now I have my second source, even though it's technically the same source. So it should come back here in a second. Come on, delay. Come on, delay. You can do it. There we go. Okay, so now I'm back to seeing the OBS window. Okay, yeah, it took me a while to get my source to get in, because normally you're not creating sources and switching during live. And the last thing we'll need is settings. Pops up the settings window, obviously, and we'll really only need to adjust the stream, where we'll put in the stream key that YouTube gives us, and I can't change that right now because I'm in it. And then output will have our bit rate, so we can adjust that as we need to the day of. This should let us get 720p at 60 frames or 30 frames a second, which is probably as much as my internet can handle for its upload. We might be able to get slightly more the day of, but that's really the only stuff we'll have to mess with. So does it show up here at all? The frame rate actually is in... Yeah. Can you hide my taskbar, please, so I can see that setting? Because it's actually in the bottom of OBS. Like the bottom right will give you the live. Not that I can see mine right now, but mine actually might be 60 FPS. If you have a way to get your phone into the computer, yes. So like if we set up a Teams meeting and had the two phones use Teams to connect to that, and then we could use in Teams we could use the audio from the phone and the display from the phone as the display for Teams, and then we can just display for the capture. And the desktop audio should be the audio for the stream. Yeah, and this one is only if we have to go to 2 phones. Like, this is our backup plan, is OBS. So things will be more complicated. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we can create a second live stream just like we did tonight, and just reset up the same stuff. Yeah. Yeah. I assume Lightning is the only port on your phone, right, for charging and stuff. Okay. Hi, Dave. Ah. Yeah, I mean, having people there at the reception only makes sense for the dances, because otherwise, like, we're not gonna have enough time to, like, sit there and have like a chat with them where they can actually talk to us. So. What's the reception line? Yeah, we're not doing that. Yeah, we're not doing that. um, I think we'll just skip it. We'll wave. We'll come in after our pictures and wave to everybody as we come in. Yeah. 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 So we're cutting from ceremony. We're gonna go take some pictures. I mean, you guys will probably be taking some pictures too. Um, Everyone else will go to the Riverside Room for some appetizers, and then we'll cut back in not very long after the ceremony. Let me pull it up because we had to make one of these for our caterer. I need to go to my drive. My drive, not the Nikki and Nick wedding drive. Let me just get it up. And we'll go all of this during the whatchamacallit. Okay. Yeah, we're getting back right around 3:50, so we've got a very tight window for pictures, so we're going to do some before. Because we're going to do a first look so we can get pictures before the ceremony. Just because we've from ceremony to on, it's bang, 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 bang. So yeah, we'll be getting back around 3:50. You know, everybody will get seated by 4:10. It's going to be probably closer to 4. And then we'll do the you'll do the introduction, Dad. We'll say, hey, thanks for all coming down. We'll do the quick speeches. Or no, guests seated when they get their food? No. We'll do our speeches real quick. Then you'll give a prayer. We'll get dinner. At like 5:10, we're going to cut dessert. About 5-10 minutes later, we're going to start dancing. And then the reception ends. They say 6:30. We'll probably wrap it up around 6:15, just to give them a little more of a cushion. I know they all said half hour was great, but half hour is also pretty tight to get everybody out. So it's very wham bam, thank you, ma'am. At a certain point, because we just got to get through things. Yeah, I'm not worried about anybody making a scene, you know. Yeah, we will, because we have Angie for 8 hours. So, you know, if she shows up at 1, she might show up a little early to do some of the girls getting ready. I don't, because Nikki, I know, is getting makeup done at her Airbnb with her lady. Because otherwise there's not enough time for her to get through all of them. And she's talking, actually, she's going to go up on Tuesday, and on Wednesday she's going to grab a drink with Angie, and they're going to go over more details. And they'll call me if I'm needed. And then, so I don't know quite what time Angie's showing up, but she might show up early. Either way, we have her for 8 hours, so if she gets there around noon, we've got her till 8, which is probably what I'm guessing we'll do right around there. And then, yeah, so we'll abscond over to having pictures taken on the beach, assuming weather permits. And then we're probably going to the hotel at that point. Don't quote me on it. We really don't know what to do 100%, because you're not really supposed to have an extra 3 hours, 3.5, 4 hours on your wedding day. You're just kind of sitting around. So... Okay, I'll float it. We're going to talk a little bit, and we'll float that past her and see what she's thinking. Yeah. It's just something we hadn't quite... It was one of the details that got to get postponed. Because it's really not that important at the end of the day. Yeah. We will do whatever. It just depends on that. Whatever we're feeling at that point. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to text Dad the login info for the Gmail account, and we'll see if you can go live from your phone. That sounds like a good plan. Okay, I don't right now. Let me, when I enable DVR, is that not? Yeah, like if I go to my videos. I bet you I know what it is. I bet you that one was anyone. That one wasn't public. That one was anyone with a link can view. Yeah. Yeah. So I bet you that's not. Yeah. Yeah, probably I don't see it on my dashboard anymore either for the first one. So we may go public for the wedding. And just we can. Yeah, so I think that's what we'll have to do that way. If I restart it, let's see if I restart it real fast. If I just hit restart, now I'm getting excellent connection. So it should come back in a few seconds. Okay, so now I'm gonna go. Change that. Oh, and it came back to me on my dashboard. Okay, so we just reconnect as long as we don't stop OBS. Everything's fine. And even if we hit stop by accident, we can just re-click the start button.